and welcome to the Tulsa Tempo podcast. My name is Amy, and I'm your hostess for today. We're coming to you from Blue Couch Studios, which is right across the street from the church studio and on Studio Row. Today, we have our very special guest, Studio House. They just got done doing their tunes at noon, and they were gracious enough to come over here and talk with us today. So, hi guys, how's it going?
Howdy.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming. Why don't you introduce yourselves and what instruments you play?
I'm Michael Campa. I play guitar.
I'm Sarah Thompson. I'm from Tahlequah, and I play the flute.
Cartercombs from Tulsa, and I play the guitar and sing.
Not related to Chris Combs.
No, unfortunately. We joke a lot about it, though, thinking maybe
That's
somewhere
kind of
in
a
our
running
lineage
joke, yeah.
or something, yeah.
Did a lot of people tell you that?
They ask, and yeah, I mean, it's just, there's
You
not...
just start saying that you are.
I'm probably going to,
Yeah, because, I mean, it's
just gonna say it
inevitable.
now.
Yeah. And it's kind of good to have him in your pocket like that.
Yeah. I wish.
He's cool. He was the first guy I went to see play in Tulsa when I moved to Tulsa. First band I saw was Chris Combs. And so when we started doing this podcast, I wanted to have him on, and he wouldn't do it because he's so shy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I couldn't even pull it out of you. And he's like, no. So, all right, we're cool like that. So how did you guys like playing at the church? First time there?
It's great.
It's phenomenal. I love that place. So being able to play there was just like a big kind of like bucket list stage to check off the list.
You guys sounded fantastic. Did you have any nerves?
A little bit, yeah.
Always a little.
Yeah.
Well, it was a perfect day. It was a beautiful day. If you guys haven't come over to the church studio for Tunes at Noon, definitely something you should come check out, especially since the weather's going to start getting really, really nice here in Oklahoma. And Tunes at Noon always have a great sound, great band, great place to hang out, do a tour, have a cocktail. It's a lot of fun. So let's get into your music, because I'm a fan of Studio House. I really, really like you guys a lot. And the first song that you did, and you guys all sing and play, so I think that's really cool too. I mean, just a little trio, but you have a very nice sounding trio. And
Thank you.
The flute, I absolutely love. You know, it's one of my favorite instruments, and you play it beautifully.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Carter, the first song that you sang, it was called Lauren Jean.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me the story behind that.
It's kind of there's multiple layers. Are you talking about just like the songwriting and all that?
I want to know everything. Dig deep, man.
I feel like there was just an original story about just like writing about a girl, and then it kind of just turned into a whole song about being a broke musician and getting to, doing the day-by-day routine of being a musician and whatnot. And then we recorded that in Tahlequah? Whatever that town outside of Tahlequah
Yeah,
is. Went to a cabin.
Ozark Mountain foothills, somewhere up in there.
Oh, cool.
And that little retreat was probably where us three and Mikey and Kyle all really had our first full intimate thing together.
Who are Mikey and Kyle?
So Mikey's our drummer and Kyle is our other guitar player.
Okay.
And so we all went out there, recorded it, hung out around a campfire, and I think it came out now a year ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a song that kind of just happened in a matter of 20 minutes, the lyrics, and then we started
Do you
cooking.
find that you're living like that? With the band girls and living the band dream.
Some of the lines. Some of the lines. There's a line that says, "I'm broke as hell, and I'll stay that way until my gig in a week or two." That's true.
That's the truth.
That remains the stagnant.
But manifest larger, right?
Yeah, that's what we should do.
You'll be swimming in women soon.
Yeah, I think so.
We're just gonna start writing songs about
Start writing about
millions
chicks
of dollars.
So we're going to listen to a little bit of Lauren Jean on this podcast. We're going to play it live.
instead of just being me. I'm so glad that the sun has been out. Yeah, it tells me what I'm supposed to do. The level of the heat pressed against my skin prepares me for your attitude. I'm broke as hell and I'll stay that way until my gig in a week or two. But I'm booking up on next year. I just wanna see you before I can't rest, before I get clean. everybody. Thank you. That's Michael Camp on the guitar right there. Sarah Thompson on the flute right there. My name is Carter Combs. We're in a band called Studio House.
Hannah, ease your heart out. Ease your heart out. Hannah, ease your heart out. Hannah, ease your heart out.
So that was just fantastic. It was a great song to start with, and you just killed it. You came out and you were ready. I wouldn't have known that you were had a little case of nerves because sounded really.
We always do a little bit, I think. It's just a little bit.
That's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Is that healthy?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Keeps you humble.
It does. Yeah. Sometimes if you're too comfortable, you might, slip.
Do you see that a lot in Tulsa? Where musicians get, when you guys go out to see other bands, where they're just a little too comfortable and kind of do a little bit of a, not as tight of a show? Have you noticed that?
I know when I do it. Like because I'll know it. I can, if I'm too comfortable. But really with other people, I don't think I can tell.
Yeah, it might be more
Yeah.
like a self-interpretation.
Yeah.
Everybody's their worst critic. So,
Yeah.
you can feel it when it happens. But some people hide it really well, too. You'll never know if you're in the audience. It could, to them, they could be terrified, but to you, it's the best show you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what I said. I can't recall seeing anybody where I could even say that. Like, oh, you had an off night or something.
Right.
Because everybody in Tulsa is just so good. It's like,
Yeah.
I was trying to, so I was curious if you guys had ever experienced that.
No, not really. Not, other people where it was blatantly obvious or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's good. I just don't think that happens here. We're just so, everybody kind of plays with everybody, and it's just, you just get up there and you just do what you do, and it's just awesome all the time.
It would be weird not to be a little nervous with a lot of the musicians that are in the city too, because like there is that element of you go and see somebody and you're like, yeah, you go and see Paul Benjamin, you go see Johnny Mullinex, you're like, oh my gosh, this is the pool that we're in right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
let's
Like
get to
last
work.
Sunday, I heard you tell Carvin Bryce at the end of the show, it was one of the best Sunday nights I've ever
Yeah,
seen. You know
yeah.
what? That was just a burner.
I'd never even seen him either. That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was really
yeah,
good.
that was just a burner, and
For sure.
you just never know what Paul's going to bring in every time. He's
Yeah.
just, I'm such a fan. So, well, anyway, we'll talk about you guys. Sorry, I get off on a tangent.
We'll talk
The
about it
second
later.
song, you,
We can do that the
We
entire
can go
time.
on and on about the influences
Yeah.
in Tulsa.
Yeah.
no kidding, huh? The second song that you did, Michael, you sang that one, and that was called Westerly.
Yeah.
That was really pretty. I like that song.
Thank you.
So tell me about it. How did you write that?
Yeah,
and where did it come
Westerly,
from?
man, that was maybe a little over 10 years ago, but it was in my early 20s, me and a couple of my buddies moved out to Westerly, Rhode Island. And it's a small little town, super quaint, cute, right on the border of Connecticut. And yeah, we were just kind of living out there, doing our thing. We didn't really have jobs. It was like the most freeing thing I think I experienced in my early adult life. And one of our good friends who actually is from there and lived there, we ended up living out there. But we were out there for several months and just kind of happened onto that song. Was also, chasing some women as well, and it didn't really go so well. So where there's the line in there, it says I got shot down by the friendship gun, and other words known as the friend zone. Wah, wah, wah. But that's where that song came from.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's actually a real place, and
So, and what took you to Westerly? You followed a girl there, or were you
Kind of
gonna-
both.
Okay.
Yeah. So a girl was definitely involved. We moved out there, and I was hoping to pursue a relationship, which I did for a little bit. But my friends and I were kind of hopping around state to state, living in different places and taking different opportunities. We were living in Florida before that, doing video editing for a company, and we had some small projects that were keeping us afloat, and we were like, let's move to Rhode Island and see what happens. And we really didn't do any work or anything. We were just fully just waking up and living freely and having a good time.
That's great. That's
I
fun.
dwell on those memories very often because they were so fun. And while we were there, it was just, everything was all right. Everything was cool. So it's kind of where it all stemmed from.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And we're going to listen to a little bit of Westerly now that they played live at the Tunes at Noon. So I hope you guys enjoy this because it's a very, very good song. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, Westerly, sang by Michael. It was a really good song. Definitely easy listening. I like it. And I love, now that I know the story behind it, I think I like it even more.
Thank you.
And the third song that you did was called At the Border Morning and Night, right?
It's a word. It's a lot of words.
Okay. But I love that song. That's probably one of my favorites that you do. I've seen you play that a couple of times. And I like the words behind it. I like the groove, So how did you come to write that song?
That was, I had plans with somebody one day and they canceled, and I wrote a song about it. Ultimately, the song is about, it kind of was influenced by one of my biggest pet peeves is when someone cancels the day of something. I don't know why, it gets under my skin. And so I ended up writing that. And once again, it was kind of just a quick, I was actually at Fassler Hall. I was sitting at Fassler Hall. I was supposed to meet somebody at Fassler and they didn't show up. And I was just grumpy with that. And then, so our other guitarist, Kyle, Kyle Mutri, he made that. Like, that was his, all the everything that we were doing, we were just doing what Kyle presented. I don't remember exactly how that happened, but it kind of we just ended up tying the two together at some point. But yeah, honestly, that song, I would say that's a Kyle Mutri product. And the words are just something I wrote.
It was kind of it got a little bit emotional, huh? It gets a little deep. I was kind of feeling that, so
Cool.
How did it get from somebody not showing up, to Fassler Hall to getting that deep? Where did you go? In your writing?
I don't think half the time when you're writing something, you even really know how it's not, you're not noticing how deep it is until the music gets brought into it. Once again, that's why we kind of say it's a Kyle Mutri song, because that the chords and everything about it is centered around that. And so I feel like it wouldn't be as emotional if it weren't for that, But no, I don't think I knew that it was that deep. Yeah, I don't, I was just writing something.
Yeah. I've talked with a couple other artists on the show. We were talking about songwriting, and do you find music is our joy, right? This is what we do. We love to sing, we love, to play, we love to go out and see music. So when you're writing songs, or, you have something in your head, do you find that you write more sad songs or happy songs, or does it just kind of depend on the moment?
Sad.
Yeah.
I'm going sad. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
100%.
What about you, Sarah?
Well, I write more poetry than songs, and I'll share it with Carter and them sometimes. But yeah, probably sad too.
And what about you?
I do love a good sad song, but I think I vary from sad to happy. I think I try and find a balance, because there'll come a time where it's too many sad songs and you're like, I gotta get out of this part.
It's the most natural.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. It's
Yeah.
like writing sad songs is the most natural thing. Sometimes I'll have to be like, okay, okay, write something that's not that.
Yeah, I do that too. I write, like Sarah, I write
try.
the poetry, and then I'll send it to somebody, and he writes this little upbeat groove. I'm like, well, it wasn't supposed to be like that.
Yeah, right.
It's that's not what I meant at all, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's funny that in art, somebody can perceive it differently than the next person.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to listen to a little bit of On the Border, and you can hear the very beautiful, melody, I guess, instrumentation, to it. It's a really pretty song, so let it touch your soul, because it's definitely one of those, even though Carter doesn't think it goes that deep. It does, yeah, so enjoy.
I was just like, I don't know.
I don't know, I'm not deep like that.
I also didn't want to be like, yeah, this one's also about a girl. I was like, I'm trying to think of a way around saying that. This one's also about a girl.
Okay, so that was On the Border. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, or everybody that was at Tunes at Noon did, because it was a great morning. The next song that y'all did was a cover song, an older cover song, but you did a very killer version of it. It was called Killing the Blues. And Carter, you were taking the lead on that. So tell me about that.
It's a song written by a guy named Rolly Sally, and I listened to so it's on the Robert Plant, Alison Krauss album Raising Sand, and then we started playing that. Me and Sarah started playing that 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
And then that's the first one we sang together on, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So we've been doing that for years. And then, I mean, me and Campo were both huge Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin fans. So it's a very easy. Once the three of us got together on that, it was very easy. So
You did a beautiful job, and your backing vocals were on point, just perfect. So it was really, really nice. I think everybody really enjoyed your show today. It was a good day. So who's okay? So Led Zeppelin, that's your one of your musical influences. Who else you got?
I like Radiohead and I like The Strokes and Lady Gaga. I mean, there's I could
Pretty
list a bunch.
talented. So.
I feel like everyone in Studio House has their own little pocket of music that, you know.
Yeah.
What's your pocket?
We'll share it around. I like a lot of jazz and jazz flute, and then funk flute. Been listening to Jerry Garcia lately and their flute player, and then I found another band called Twisted Pines recently that also has a flute player. So I like to listen and get, learn while I'm doing things around,
Cool. And we were talking about Nina Simone.
Oh, yeah,
Before the
in the-
show, yeah.
Yeah,
You like her, yeah.
I do. I really do. I wrote a little bit of a song based on her. Ain't got no. I think it's called Ain't Got No.
Mhm.
Ain't got no. Anyway,
Aw.
but yeah, love her too.
Yeah, she's great. So, okay, so what's in your pocket?
Man, primarily, I love the Grateful Dead. So everything in their vast realm of music, from rock and roll, Americana, blues, that, and loved J.J. Cale and Dr. John, and kind of just that realm of music, kind of blues, funk. So where I reside.
Yeah, are you a fan of Papa Foster?
I am.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love
We had
Papa
him here,
Foster.
and-
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
he's-
got a killer sound too. Kind of that Bayou blues, and I dig
I
it.
call him whimsical.
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
whimsical.
Yeah.
Because
Totally.
he's just so great. And then you like Paul, because that J.J. Cale groove.
Love
and,
Paul, man.
The King.
That guy is.
The King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
He is.
He's a real Tulsa King.
Tulsa King.
Yeah. But yeah, his sound is incredible, and I've taken a lot from just watching Paul over the years, and his sound, and not even just his playing, even down to his singing and stuff like that. So it's cool.
What other local bands do you go out and see?
Man, I see Paul. I'm trying to think
Pilgrim.
of all the people. Yeah, I love Pilgrim
Soup.
so much. Soup is always a treat.
Yeah, you never know what Dane's going to have in his wheelhouse,
No,
right?
I know.
That's why Soup
Yeah.
is so great to go see, because sometimes it could be just him and Johnny, or something,
Yeah.
maybe a drummer, or the
Right. drummer
Nick. Is it Nicholas Foster that plays drums with him? I think
I mean, well,
it depends.
or Jake Lynn or Josh Raymer.
And the next thing you know, he's got horns up there, and I say you never know what Dane's gonna pull. So Soup is great.
He's got a whole smorgasbord of
Yeah, he does.
players
and then
on stage.
He
with him.
just sits there and he just plays, and
Yeah.
he's great.
Yeah, I know.
Jesse Aycock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's one of those
Jesse's one of
guys
my
where
favorites.
if you hear that he's playing, because it's a little it's few and far between sometimes
Yes.
where he's got the full band. So I think Jesse's playing tonight. Like, oh, all right, let's
We're
go.
in. Yeah, definitely. He's hands down one of my favorite.
Jordan Hale and that. What's their band name?
Soup?
Something.
Oh,
it's
Knippel.
Knippel. I was like,
Knippel.
it's something
Yeah.
kind of a little vulgar.
Yeah.
And
Knippel's
like
awesome.
Annie Ellicott, I'd love to see her more around here
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So it's fun to go out and hear live music. There's nothing. So this Tulsa scene, is just amazing to me. Are you guys all from the area? Have you lived here all your lives? Or
No, honestly, I guess none of us
I mean-
really have. Like, you grew up.
I'm born and raised in Tulsa, but as soon as I graduated high school, I essentially
it.
pieced out, and I didn't come back, for a long stint of time until about 2021.
Wow.
So I came back to visit and dabble a little bit here and there, but this is the longest stint I've had back in my hometown since almost 10 years. So,
You think you're going to stick around?
man, even if I didn't want to, I think I will, because
Yeah.
it's just how can you beat it?
Can't
You
beat
know?
it. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so many places to play, and the level of inspiration is endless here. So it's one of a kind for sure.
How about you?
I've been in Northeast Oklahoma my entire life. Like, I grew
You're
up
from Paulstown. You're from Inola.
Inola, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Grew up in Inola, went to Tahlequah for school, and moved to Tulsa. So I've been in Tulsa for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years.
And how about you?
I was born at St. Francis and then kind of went to Wisconsin, then back where I was raised to high school in Oologah, where Zach Bryan's from. And then I went to college for music and joined the military and lived in Tahlequah that whole time. Then went to Oregon and then came back, and I've been here for 5 years
Nice.
in Tahlequah. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are going to stick around for a bit. Because I say the more the merrier. It's like I love that you can go anywhere in Tulsa on any night of the week and hear like music played very, very well.
Yeah.
I have yet to have anybody hit anything sour with me.
No, so much so you can't even keep up with it.
Yeah.
You have to build a whole itinerary just to cover
You
it all.
do. Yeah. Okay, so tell everybody that's listening to our show where we can find your music, and any other shout outs that you want to do, please feel free. Go for it.
If you type in Studio House Tulsa on Instagram or Facebook, will pop up, and then you can type in Studio House on Spotify and Apple Music and all that fun stuff. We've got 2 songs out called Lauren Jean and My Car, and we'll have more music out soon.
Great. You have anything to plug?
I'm
No.
good.
You don't want to talk about your little homestead?
I do, but maybe not today.
Okay. What about you, Campo? What you got?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, well, right now, other than playing with Studio House, I have my own band called the Gremlins, and we pop around town whenever we can. But you can probably just find all that stuff on my Instagram,
Okay.
stuff like that. I have a little album out on Spotify as well under my name,
Okay.
called Sunny Days. So
Nice.
it's a fun little tune.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate your time. I really enjoyed talking to all of you and getting to know you a little bit better. And we'll definitely see you out and about. Where we are, we'll do what we do.
Thank you.
So, and thank you all for tuning in to the Tulsa Tempo podcast here, filmed at Blue Couch Studios, which is right across the street from the church studio on Studio Row. Make sure you come down and check out the Tunes at Noon. They do them every Saturday and Tuesday. So, thank you.